Welcome to Movie Pain or Pleasure Podcast, the show that's hiding something under its dance belt. I'm your co-host, Melanie Gibson, and AJ's looking at me because he doesn't know what a dance belt is.
Oh, don't.
Holds your twig and two berries in when you're dancing.
It's a jockstrap.
It's a jockstrap. Yeah, it's a jockstrap.
Why is it called a dance belt?
I don't know, because it just is. Anyway, so we are talking about our favorite dance movies, since that's been our theme for all of April, and we wanted to culminate that with some movies we really love over the last couple of years. And for today's episode, I'm drinking a big fat glass of Robert Mondavi Bourbon Barrel Chardonnay because I had to get up at 5 and drive like 40 miles to this work venue thing, do an hour and a half presentation, and drive another 40 miles back. And I am an introvert with an extroverted job, and I'm exhausted. So, cheers. Hello, AJ.
What's up? I'm not drinking a damn thing.
Well, I'm drinking for two. I'll drink all this wine. All right, let's get started. So we have a baker's dozen of dance movies. So the first one is Work It. And that's a 2020 dance comedy that we found on Netflix.
I find it funny that I've heard people give that movie hate, but it's for the same reasons I like it.
Why do they give it hate?
Like the whole premise of, oh, this girl doesn't even know how to dance, but she's gonna like rise up to the level where she's winning a competition or whatever to get into college. Like, I don't care.
And so are our regular dance movies any more realistic? It's cute, it's funny, and it's smart, and there's a person with a torn ACL, so of course I'm poking up out of my little gopher hole like, ooh, I have that too.
And all the women are like teeny tiny, so they're cute.
Am I cute because I'm teeny tiny? Am I teeny tiny anymore?
Yeah, they're like under 5 feet though, so it's...
Oh, okay, that's teeny tiny. All right, number 2 is the 2010 thriller, drama, psychological, whatnot, Black Swan, starring Natalie Portman. You're making a face. You didn't like it?
I like it. I just think Perfect Blue is better.
Okay, talk a little bit about Perfect Blue. I don't know if our audience knows that one as well.
The guy who made it's dead, so that's the creep.
I mean, the people who made a lot of movies are dead.
Yeah, but it sucks because he was such a good director. So, Black Swan is based off of Perfect Blue, which is about a girl leaving a pop group and getting, like, she gets stalked and people start to die, and then you lose track of when it's day and when it's a dream and when it's what's going on in her life, and they took that and turned it into a ballet thing.
And Perfect Blue is an anime.
Yeah.
So an anime that became
So
a ballet
creepy.
movie. Natalie Portman won an Oscar for it.
Huh.
It was very good, but I was surprised at the number of people who thought she actually did all that dancing. Ballet is very, very difficult. So she may have done some things like from the chest up, but all the point work and everything, that was a professional dancer who did the stunt work for that. So we're going to take it a little...
Swan Queen.
The Swan Queen. Yes, that's our favorite line from that French director. I will cast my Swan Queen. And you have to say it as one word. Swan Queen.
Ugh.
He was a creep. So anyway, number 3 is the 2012 comedy drama Magic Mike, starring Channing Tatum and Matthew McConaughey, and then I can't say his name, Joe Manganiello or something. I said Maggiano's the other day.
The
big giant,
yeah.
Big Dick Ritchie.
Yeah. Well, and Fluffy.
Yes.
Fluffy's in there.
Gabriel Iglesias is in it.
It's a very fuck my life movie.
Yeah, talk
like,
about that. I need some more wine.
It's, I thought it was just gonna be fan service for women, to be honest. And
Just
it turned
hot
into,
guys dancing around.
Yeah, it turned out to be a really good, like, story about a guy just trying to start his own business and get out of this, I guess, soul-draining male stripping.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's just actually fairly decent movie. Like, nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
I won't say anything about the dancing because it looks ridiculous.
I think the dancing is, I guess, male stripping and female stripping are very different worlds. With male stripping, it's all the choreographed numbers kind of throw me. Like, this is what they actually do. I've never been to see that, so It's the costumes and the choreographed dancing just cracks me up. I'm like, why don't you just get up there and grind? I guess they put some effort into it.
Yeah, like they're doing basically more than a cheerleading group would. Like,
Yeah, I mean they have stunts, they have choreography, they have costumes, they have to have
they have characters. There's
synchronization.
like
Yeah,
there's Tarzan or whatever.
yeah,
Like,
and firemen and policemen.
it's so dumb though.
Fuck the police, literally. So number 4, following that, is Magic Mike XXL
Which is way
2015.
funnier.
So if Magic Mike was supposed to be a serious movie, Magic Mike XXL is not. It is one of the funniest movies I have ever seen. In fact, I want to watch it again
it's so
just so
over
I
the
can
top.
laugh. It is ridiculous.
And it's
Dick
over the
being
top.
the operative word.
It's over the top in the right way. Like they lean into all of the ridiculous parts.
And I'm kind of glad it worked out that way, because had they done that in the first movie,
Yeah, it wouldn't have
then
been.
what would you have done with a sequel? It would have been just a bad sequel. Whereas the first one was like, this is actually... I refused to watch the first one for a long time because I thought it was just going to be stupid. But then I watched it, I'm like, this is actually a really serious... It's a good movie. It's a really good story. It's got some really sad, serious things in it.
There's drugs and shit.
Yeah, and
like,
somebody dies or they overdose or something, and nobody has any money. It sucks. And so then, of course, they can come back. And so I was curious about the sequel, but again, I'm like, I'm not going to go pay to go see that in the theater. So we finally watched it on HBO, and I was just cackling the whole time. It is so funny. And you're just as straight can be, but you still thought it was pretty
yeah, I thought it was
amusing,
hilarious. Because it's just dudes on a dude trip. Like,
It really is.
that's all it is. And it's just as stupid as real life guys would be. But, like, also in a very bro-y or slash bromance sort of way. Like, they're very supportive of each other.
Yeah, I'm really...
They, like, they do the thing that guys do where they, like, bust each other's balls and make fun of each other and, like, insinuate the other dude's gay or whatever, but then they also, like, super happy for each other when things go well, and it's kind of funny. Like, Richie finds his Cinderella slipper.
Yeah. His glass slipper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely... That should go on the summer list of fun movies, because it's so silly. It's so funny.
And there's supposed to be a third one, I think,
Yes.
coming.
Coming, being the operative word. All right. Number 5 is called Heartbeats, and that's one we've mentioned a couple of times.
This is my favorite dance movie, probably.
It's from 2017. I do have a problem with the description, though. If you just Google it and look it up, is that a hip-hop dancer goes to India and she's infatuated with the new dance style. No, she's not, because over and over she insists on using her own music, which is kind of this whiny contemporary indie stuff. And meanwhile, we're learning about Indian culture, kind of Bollywood culture, their traditional dances. My favorite scene is they're there for a wedding, and there are these hired dancers who are teaching the guests how to dance. And so there's a man and a woman, and they tell the story of how the couple met and got engaged. And they kind of clap and they dance and they move around and they explain the whole courtship.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Through dance. And it was really cute and sweet. And the costumes are good and the dancing's good. They say there's a good storyline, too.
It's not like there's a lot of dancing in it. It revolves around dancing, but it doesn't have a competition or like a thing that must be won or whatever. And they even make fun of something at one point. They're at a club, and this other guy that is trying to get a job there that's like sort of competing with them as far as the free market is concerned. The lead is just like, you want to have a dance battle like here on the floor, like. He just belittles him for thinking about it. It's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite ones so far.
Yeah, that's a good one. I could definitely watch that again. And, of course, these are all guilty pleasures, but we do have some actually good movies thrown in. So the next one is questionable. We really love it, but certain people don't. Number 6 is Rob Ne Bana Di Jodi, which is a 2008 Hindi film starring Bollywood bigwig Shah Rukh Khan.
Which video I just got blocked twice, so
we're trying to spread the word. We love this movie.
Yeah.
So you can listen to our episode about it on Anchor, Spotify, or iTunes, but AJ's still trying to get the video up.
Because I put the pieces of the movie in it, like I want people to hear about it.
It's
I
a
will
good
convince Americans to watch your movie. Jodi, I can't say the name.
It's free advertising, Bollywood.
Yeah, like, well, leave us be. It's just
Yeah.
little clips, like, chill out copyright
It's such
system.
a good movie. So I won't tell the whole story because we just did an episode on it. So go listen to our episode. But basically, this guy wants to get closer to his wife. They kind of got married by happenstance, and they're very distant emotionally. And so he changes who he is to get closer to her. And that's all I'm going to say. It is 3 hours of dancing and singing and playing different characters, and it's very funny. It also has some really touching moments in it too. So, what was your favorite part of that movie?
I think, actually, the scene where Raj is explaining how he can feel the way he feels, even though,
Tiny partner?
yeah, Tani Partner doesn't feel the way she thinks she's supposed to feel.
Yeah, he can love her basically unconditionally, even though she doesn't love him back.
I don't know why I really like that scene. There's just something, and it. Well, anyway, just go watch the thing.
Yeah, we could do a whole other episode on Ramden Banati Jodi. So number 7, taking it to ridiculous extremes, is Step Up 3D.
Best one.
Yeah, I have to go back. We just did an episode on the worst Step Up movie, Step Up 6, Year of the Dance. And we ranked the Step Up movies from worst to best, and I couldn't decide between Step Up 3D and Step Up 4 Revolution. But I think if I, gun to my head, I could only watch one for the rest of my life, I think I'd have to go with Step Up 3D.
Yeah, I think it's just the perfect in-between of the ridiculous stuff you expect and, a decently made film.
Yeah, and the dancing is really good. The costumes, the music.
The set pieces, like the
Yes.
busted water fountain that they dance on and all that stuff, that they don't do anything like that in the 6th one, which...
They don't do anything like anything in the 6th one. The 6th one is terrible. If you want to hear a hate watch, go watch our episode on Step Up 6.
They kind of made a worse version of the first one. That's kind
Yeah, I was like, let's make a sequel, but make it a whole lot worse. So number 8 from 2012, following 2010's movie, is Step Up Revolution, which is the 4th movie in the franchise. And I really like this. I don't really care about the 2 main characters very much. I never really do. And I don't really care about the side characters as much as the ones in the 3rd one. They're very colorful and interesting in the 3rd movie. But in the 4th one, the visuals are really, really good. So they have one guy in their crew who doesn't even speak at all. But he does all this incredible, or the character does, all this incredible artwork, like paints scenes on lined up pieces of glass or projects light onto a building.
Yeah, he's got this Banksy sort of thing going.
Yeah, exactly. So, good for you. Mention Banksy. So, a little highbrow after all. All right. There is some dance terrorism in it. It's just
Yeah,
questionable.
there's definitely terrorism. But it's got the most original, idea for why they're dancing.
Yes, it's not a competition. There are other things at stake. There are bigger things at stake than winning $1,000 that you're going to split amongst your crew of 20 people.
Yeah, which the numbers never add up on that shit.
They need the money. They'll take whatever they can get. So here's where this movie relates to the next movie. So Peter Gallagher is the main girl's father in Step Up Revolution. Peter Gallagher was in number 9, which was one I saw in college as a dance major, Center Stage, from the year 2000. And Peter Gallagher is a ballet company's director. So it's about a young girl who gets into the American Ballet Academy, or whatever the one is in New York. I think that's what it is. And there's romance and bulimia and all the things you'd expect from a movie about ballet.
Yeah, it's probably the most realistic one of all the...
Except at the end where she just magically changes costumes and stuff, right? All the way down to her point shoes.
Yeah, but as far as just the story about a girl that happens to go to ballet school, that's the most realistic of all these different films.
Probably so. Yeah, I mean, there's some drama going on with the director. There's some drama going on with the 2 main guys. One of them is even questioning if she wants to be in ballet anymore. So I remember when that came out, I went to see it with a friend, and we were both dance students. And I don't really do a lot of ballet. I did more modern dance, so it wasn't like I was sitting there going, I hope that's gonna be me. But it was still a really good movie, and I think one of my dance instructor's sister was an extra. Remember the part where they sneak off to the hip hop, the jazz dance class?
Yeah.
His sister was in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
No, we are basically royalty. We know somebody who knows somebody who's related to somebody.
I told this story today at this work event. My grandma yelled at Mario Andretti in the airport one time. She yelled hello, but still, that's my brush with fame. All right, number 10 is a movie from 2016 called High Strung. Which is
This is a guilty pleasure for sure.
This is a guilty pleasure because it's not really a good movie.
No,
but
it's so ridiculous that it's fun. It was the most fun to make fun of, probably, of this list.
Yes, because the plot is not very good. It's definitely not boring.
It's a little bit
it's not good.
new. Like half of the duo that holds up the movie isn't even a dancer. It's a violinist.
Yeah, and he's kind of
he's a Cullen.
A weird bad boy guy. The best scene in the movie is when they go to an Irish pub.
That one was awesome.
And he plays with the little band and people are dancing on the tables and stuff. So it really doesn't have anything to do with this ballet girl. That's just the best scene in the movie. All right, taking it back to the streets with number 11. Honey 3, Dare to Dance from 2016.
Another guilty pleasure.
Another guilty pleasure because we both kind of have a little crush on the main girl. And she's so grouchy. She never smiles once and it just makes her even more adorable. She just scowls the whole time. I'm like, yes, you scowl, you cute thing.
Although the winning revelation at the end is the most ridiculous, stupid thing.
Yeah, it's like they're gonna do the move. They're gonna do the move, and it's. I'm just gonna say they call it like the helicopter.
Wait,
should I say it?
Well, wait, no, but that's not the main girl. That's the opposing girl.
Oh, on the opposing team, they're like, oh shit, she's gonna do the move, and I'm like, is it gonna be like the Iron Lotus or something, like this big flip in the air? We just rewatched Blades of Glory.
Nope, it's just.
No, it's this girl laying on the dirty ground, popping her ass up and down.
When she...
going in a circle.
As she spins on her tits, basically. She just
pops the booty up and down.
Which is... Okay.
That's fine. But don't make it out to be like, this is gonna be the big move that wins it all. I'm like...
Like, it's not like you figured out a triple axel or whatever. Like,
or an Iron Lotus or whatever.
And then, no, okay, so that's stupid.
That is stupid.
But the counter move to win is just twerking.
I mean, that's okay.
But that was so dumb. Like
it was
because
like,
at some point in the movie, her teacher calls it out. Like, just like, you think that's dancing, just shaking your ass? And then she comes back, she's like, okay, I was a little harsh. You know, you do you. And then that's how she wins.
Yes. The power of the booty.
It's cool, but it's not impressive.
No, but I liked the story. I liked the character. I liked most of the dancing.
Liked her teacher.
Yeah, was that Miss J?
Yes.
Yes.
Her teacher was very interesting.
This older woman who you could tell she had been an actual model or a dancer or both or something. She just had this elegance to her, and just this. Debonair is not the right word, but debonair is what comes to mind. And she's, you can see her, you bet she was at Studio 54 in the 70s or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's pretty cool. Number 12 is one we've talked about before on I think our January episode, and it's Stepsisters from 2018.
Oh.
And this is a comedy, and I think it's a very smart movie. It's a comedy about a girl who has to teach step dancing, which is big in black sororities and fraternities, to a house that's mostly white girls because they had gotten in trouble and then they have to enter this competition. So there's some things. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good.
I liked it. I just thought that they were like a little too patting themselves on the back with like the light racial
the wokeness of it
things they were trying to say. Like, okay, that's cool. Also, I think the white dude was way too over the top.
Oh, her white boyfriend.
Like, Like, okay, well, I guess
Yeah, he was calling her
it's
his
not
ebony princess or
yeah,
something.
it's not that big of a deal, because, I mean, he's basically the counterbalance to their Candace Owens. Um, the black girl who acts totally white and...
The Fox News one?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that girl. So I guess it's fine. But I just thought that they were like, oh, we're really saying something. Like, you're kind of saying something. Kind of.
I thought okay, I disagree with you on that.
Outside of that,
I
think it's fine.
I think the dialogue was really funny. I liked all the characters.
I think it's
liked
funny.
the character arcs. So I didn't have the issue with it that you did. So that's where we can
I don't think it's an issue.
agree to disagree.
I just think that they were like, maybe they thought that they were like, this might be the best new breaking movie, and it was
I
just,
don't
it was
think
fine.
so. I think it was all like, I think that was satire, sort of.
Meh.
So
Anyway.
that's our 12, and then I added number 13 to bring us to a baker's dozen, and it's a classic because all of our movies are from the 2000s, from 2000 or later. And number 13 is An American in Paris from 1951 with the original dance hunk Gene Kelly. Yum, yum. He's a good-looking man. He was big and buff, too. Big and strong.
Okay, I don't know anything about this.
Oh, well, we'll have to watch this movie.
What the fuck?
So Gene Kelly, I think, is a painter or something, and I've seen it. I've seen it like 20 years ago, so I'm not going to tell the story. But he moves to Paris. He meets a girl. Love ensues, and there's lots of dancing and singing. It's wonderful. So it's a very good movie. I think Gershwin did the music for it.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
Rhapsody in Blue.
Oh.
That guy.
Okay. Well,
So
there's one that I liked that I don't... We haven't had on here. Is it Save the Last Dance? With Ronda Rousey?
With Julia Stiles?
I think, yeah.
Oh, I didn't like that movie.
I liked it.
Oh.
The second one was terrible.
The second one looked like an after-school special.
The second one was the most awful thing ever.
Tell me why you liked Save the Last Dance, and I'll say why I didn't like it.
I don't know. I just liked it. I didn't love her like the whole movie because she was very kind of bitchy for no reason. But okay, I think that maybe did a little more for the whole breaking boundaries thing than Stepsisters.
Really?
I mean,
and Save the Last Dance was more supposed to be a serious drama, and Stepsisters was a comedy.
Yeah. It's not as enjoyable, but I still liked it.
Huh. I didn't like it because I found Julia Stiles' lack of... Now, I don't care whether she can actually dance or not. She didn't really need to. They could have stunt people do, like, the point work and everything. But she was so... It was so hard to believe that she was doing any of it because... she's a good actress, but she was not selling me on being a dancer because she was just kind of, she'd furrow her brow and look down like she's thinking the whole time and just kind of look frustrated the whole time. And so she never sold me on the actual dance. I could tell it looked like, though, this is Julia Stiles being nervous or something. Like the real person was coming through with her discomfort of what she was being asked to perform. And that was just... so distracting. I couldn't enjoy any of it at all.
Well, I don't know shit about dancing, so that doesn't count for me.
It's like, okay, like if they show a movie where somebody's
I
supposed to be
understand
playing
what
the
you're
piano
saying.
and
I
then
just don't. I wouldn't notice it. So.
Oh, I noticed it.
Yeah, and Carrie White's in it. So.
Who?
Carrie White.
Who's that?
Carrie White. I think she's in it.
I don't know who that is.
Sure you do.
You have to give me something.
Unless I'm using the entirely wrong name.
You have to.
Kerry Washington.
Oh, Kerry Washington.
I don't know why I said White. Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington is in it. Okay, maybe it's worth watching for that. She is pretty.
Yes, she's very cute. Anyway, me. That's all I got.
That's it. That's all. I didn't even finish my wine. So those are our 12 plus 1 favorite dance movies.
12 plus 1 plus half.
Plus half because I don't like Save the Last Dance.
So you get 13 and a half, and that's it.
All right. I think this might be our shortest episode.
Yay?
Yay.
Good. You guys don't have to sit through us talking for too long.
Hey, I want people to sit through us talking. So if you want to sit through us talking and me drinking wine and us arguing over movies, join our cult and be my victim, and you can do that in a couple of ways. You can join us on Twitch, I guess Discord, I still don't understand how that works, YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, and iTunes, and also Instagram.
7 ways.
7.
7 days.
Join our cult. Be my victim. 7 days.